Hello guys, welcome back to the ESL Weekly Cup number 10. We do indeed have your next matchup for you, which will be 55 HP Monks against Vengeance of the Fallen. These two guys pretty much meeting last week. The name was different, but very, very similar players on the red team. Different team, but similar players, as we see a couple of players from CC and Denial Esports all kind of joining together into the Vengeance Vengeance of the Fallen team. Are the guys from the actual teams asking if they can cast while they're watching the match, which definitely will not be happening, guys. So I'm just going to update these scores for you. I am very much looking forward to this match. These guys meeting only really a couple of times before, also meeting on the weekend just past, which was indeed the Guild Wars 2 match.net Champion of the Mist tournament, which was really, really, really good. And we did see these two teams go up against each other in the final, going 2-1 for Vengeance of the Fallen, but they did indeed have a different lineup. So it will be very interesting to see how 55 HP Monks will go up against these guys tonight. Just going to put their tag in, because that's easier. Right, so yeah, Vengeance of the Fallen on the red team, and we have 55 HP Monks on the blue team. So I'm not going to go through the specs as of yet, but we very much are on Forest of Niflhel, which of course is our normal rotation in this tournament for the ESL Weekly Cup number 10. You see, we do have the henge over, just in case people do not know the Guild Wars 2 PvP system. We have the henge over here, we have mine over here, and we have the keep in the middle. It is very much a conquest map, so you are getting points per second per objective that you have on the map. There is also a boss over here called Chieftain, and a boss over here called Svanir, which gets 25 points each boss kill, and you also get plus 50 on each of your stats, and that does indeed stack with each boss kill you get, so you can get up to 100 extra stats, which is very, very useful. Sometimes teams do decide not to go for them, or to go for them, whether or not to risk it on actually have a little bit of a steal. So I'm going to get these guys two ready up for me. Trying not to lose my voice or my breath as I do this. This is going to be an extremely awesome match to watch, I hope. As these teams have been coming up against each other the last few times, they have played 2-1 games in most of the matches that they've been playing. I do apologise that it was actually Frog that came up against these guys on the weekend. It wasn't 55 HP Monks, so I do apologise for that mistake I just made. But it's been very much the same kind of story with 55 and these guys as well. So it will be... Oh my god, I've just put that wrong. Vengeance of Fallen there. It's okay, you can call me a noob now. Sorry about that, guys, as I'm trying to talk and also do this and also keep you entertained at the same time. Do apologise for that. We will be going into this game as soon as these guys are ready indeed. Just waiting for 55 HP Monks to get ready. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. Just going to have a quick look at the team's traits as we go into this game. Looking at Tage at the moment, 0, 5, 30, 35. The Bunker Guardian can scout, I can guess. Boots, so he's going for Grenfrins there as he's running a 10, 0, 30, 30, 0. The Spirit's over there. Ningyu going for a list of runes. Okay, cool. 10, 30, 0, 30, 0 spec. Nice, he's got Shadow Refuge over there. Cool. Going for Posey. I'm just quickly running through these specs as I want to get these guys started as soon as possible. Going for a lot of condition damage, obviously. Being a Necro as well. We did see someone using Power Spec, which was really nice as well earlier. He's going for 30, 20, 0, 0, 20 there. Probably going for the Fear, which deals more damage indeed. And we're just going to go on to Super. I love you guys. I love you guys for just correcting me every 2 seconds. Super just reminding me that it is Vengeance of the Fallen. Just so we got list of runes on the warrior there, a 0030, 1030 spec for him. So we're going to watch these guys split, so we'll go through the 55 HP monks specs as well very, very quickly, just giving you the trait lines really rather than going through each spec and telling you what I think they're going to be doing for now, because we are going to watch these guys coming out of the gates as we'll be going out now. Do you see no one potentially the Necro crossing over from red? Guardians going up the stairs as soon as possible to get into that point. Do you see red potentially maybe going to go for that boss? Not at the moment. We do see that blue have indeed stealthed. It does look like they're going to stealth into the mid. They're going to go, oh no, what they're going to do? They're going to go straight for that focus either on Tage. But I think blue know what's going to happen here. Kanscout doing a very, very good thing here. Look at this. He's just keying on the side just to try and catch him out maybe. But neither side able to get that stealth off. We've got a lot of separation going, which is why I've got the area cam on here at the moment. Neither team losing much HP. I think they know that this mid fight is going to be potentially the be-all and end-all of this game, as we do see that Aldemiri goes down off point there. Trying to get a res up on him as soon as possible would be very good. Posey didn't get that down off there, and we're just watching. Just getting the stealth down on Aldemir. He actually did get the res as well. He needs to get some HP up as soon as possible, but the Guardian just putting that wall up as well. They are stuck just off point here. Aldemir going down as he is actually separated for the rest of the team. Sorry, he did actually have Vengeance up there. That was my bad. Mr. Melo is on the point at the moment. The Guardian bunker for 55 HP monks. We do see that Misha is very, very much down. The Mesmer on the team of blue. Blue getting the only cap at the moment. As we do see there is a fight going down at Henge between Super and Polyphy. Super will get a big of backlash from this if he doesn't get back there and recap that point soon. He's actually going to go down, I think, off condition. So he's going to heal up off point. Maybe it's worth Polyphy coming off point just to keep the pressure up and actually down. He's got 2 seconds until Vengeance comes up. He's going to use it maybe. Oh no, he's not going to. He's actually going to get that kill. Polyphy actually moving off point there rather than trying to defend it, as he knows that he'll probably get zerged when the guys respawn. We're just on Shad here over at the mine. Still got that point actually at the moment. Kanskel going down on some really bursty damage from Ald and Misha. They're just showering all over his face. Kanskel going down. He is still getting res though. Is he going to get res from these guys at the moment? He looks like he's on about 90% HP. He is back up, still with his heal, still with his spirit of nature as well. Ningyu just going down on the point as well. Shad going down as well. The massive flip there from Vengeance of the Fallen, but we do see that the guys actually did get rezzed as well. Misha's back up, just trying to back out potentially a bit, maybe putting down that portal as well. And you see Aldemiri going down to that number one, pretty much in the world really. Down trophy from CC there. Mr. Melo very much in the mid, but unfortunately not getting much of the action he will do now, as Posey's coming into the mid, avoiding that nice 5 ability from the dagger, as we saw that there. Sorry, my bad. It was the 2 on grasping hand there, and we see Melo's he's got a lot of conditions on him, a lot of boons though, so he's regenerating his health. He's got a lot of swiftness as well, getting a bit of regeneration up now. 5 stacks of might, which isn't really that useful for him. Just bursted down there. Combination really of the torment from Posey and also the hammer damage coming in there from Super, who lost Henge. I'm going to remind Vengeance of all of that. Polyphy now getting a lot of focus on him, as he is the squishier probably of the guys in the middle at the moment. Super doing that knockback there to try and get those guys off the point, trying to get as much ticks on that point as they possibly can, edging further to a cap there, as Mr. Melo going down on the res for Posey, but he is getting stealth res there by the thief as he comes in. Nice try there, but he did actually get some got a lot of cleave damage off him on him. Super not going for the res, he knows he's going to try and contest that point. We do see blue really coming out now with 130 points ahead at the moment. This is a bit of a stomping now from 55 HP Monks. Venture the Fallen need to try and pick it up as soon as they possibly can. They've still got their close point. It does look like the mid-fight is pretty much over at the moment, as we do see Tage trying to bunker on that point, as it is still contested. He has got quite a few guys on him at the moment. See Canscout coming in there. See Shad from blue. Tage getting off that Empower, is going for that heal and that might stacks, 12 might stacks, sorry. He's now moved into his other weapon set. He's still got 2 shouts off cooldown, still got 2 virtues up off cooldown as well. He is going to be trying to get these, stay on the point as much as possible. Trying not to use that shouts unless he really, really needs to for his team. He's got the staff out at the moment, doing a lot of healing. You can see these ticks coming over now. That was a nice heal there as well for his team, as you can see. He's actually just going to bail off the point there, because I think they know that they need to potentially go for their close, or they're going to try and actually maybe keep the boss kill, maybe. I dare you. Red doing a good job. It seems like they're trying to change their tactics up, trying to switch back mine, because they're actually losing the only point they have. Tage just going back in on the point, so rotating round, but getting feared off the point there. He is 2 on 1 at the moment. Posey is trying to range from the side over here on the kind of mine shafty bit, while Misha is on the point, and also Mr. Melo as well. See Misha, I think that's Misha's portal, which has just been dropped over there. Posey just going down on the point too, both of those guys, just making sure he's going to get down. Tage now on his own very much against these 2 guys, but Mr. Melo knowing that he is not needed there really, because I don't know whether or not it's worth Misha's staying here. We do have 2 on 1 at the moment. Shad's still here as well. Shad's still playing on his Thief. Very much used to be a Ranger player in the 55 HP Monks, but it seems like they knew that they needed more damage, especially when they're coming up against Cheese Mode year after year. Week after week, they needed to get this damage, more damage in the team, which is really good, because they're 266 versus 96 at the moment. You can tell that Red, I don't think this team setup has had enough practice at the moment, because at the moment they're getting steamrolled. They do have currently Henge still as their cap point. No one really going for these boss kills. Mine is still very much contested, but Posey is going down from Shad and from Misha. Misha probably going to drop a portal to try and cover that point. They're going to get the 2 cap. They're going to be able to go to mid and keep that point contested. Mid has been very much contested pretty much the whole game, and it's going very, very, very well at the moment up in mid. Super trying to they've got Super and Count Scout in the mid now with Aud and Melo, so he's going to get a lot of healing there. They probably need there we go. Tage is coming in right now, going to nip on him, see what he can do for his team up in mid, and needs to start whacking in these points. And does look like Blue have lost Henge at the moment. A couple of decaps from Ning Yu there, who's going to try and go in on Polly dropping the big old bomb there on the mid, but I think the Thief knows that he hasn't really got much of a chance against the Engineer, because he's got using quite a lot of bombs there as well, which are going to catch him out. Posey just going down just a tiny bit off the point, so not even going to be able to contest it. Misha very much going to blind him. Not blind him, sorry, bleed him out. But we do see Super is just coming in on the point now, trying to get some... Oh, a lot of burst damage down there on Misha. That was very nice DPS from him there. Potentially going to go for the res. Probably just go for the res on safety rather than actually trying to go for the down. But we do see Mr. Melo coming in there. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for the res on Misha? No, Misha just getting cleave damage out there. Doesn't look like Posey's got a lot of focus on him from Aud, who's going to just put a load of stun damage on him. I'm just going to check if he's using the stun signet on his... No, going for 5% damage instead of extra stun duration on his hammer there, which is very, very good. But okay, no worries. He knows what he's doing. Basically, Posey is looking very, very not good at the moment as he goes down almost 3k HP at the moment, just popping into Death Shroud there. Going to try and pop his heal off to get rid of those conditions. Doing a nice job of kiting around the little structure over there as he goes back into the mid, and Super did indeed get Mr. Melo down there, so it was a lot of focus. So Posey, even though was the focus of those guys quite a lot, actually pulled off a couple of the guys there so that they could put that focus down on Mr. Melo, the bunker, which is the main guy who they needed to get down there. Aud just going down there as well, so Red retaking mine, but it looks like it could be maybe potentially too late as they do take the close back for their team. The mid fight is going to be very much the focus now on this fight. We're going to see Ningyu going down there on the mid, unfortunately, as Polly is retreating back to their close point, as they know they need to keep this point ticking over. They are almost 300 points ahead. All they need to do is keep their close point and maybe get a couple of decaps, not even that really, as they are steaming ahead now. Red probably need to go for some boss kills just to even catch up on points. So they've only got 5 minutes left in the match to actually do this. So they need to do this as soon as they possibly can. So Red not going to actually capitalise on that. I do see Ningyu going back again to the henge. He's getting a lot of burst damage down on Polly there. Actually doing really, really well to try and take him down. He's getting those bombs out again, Polly, unfortunately. So that is going to be a lot of AoE damage down on him. But he's, that nice little burst area there. And he just did get the heal off as he just backed up. Unfortunately, look at that from Shad just coming into res him. Is he going to get the res off before he can stealth down? And then he just dropped the bomb. So the tides have turned for Ningyu. Ningyu doing a good job to pull a guy back from the mid fight. But see Tage now trying to come back in as well. I think we've just seen Can Scout jumping in back on that fight there, as we're going to jump in on his perspective now. Still got that spirit, nature spirit up. He's just popped that off and potentially going to res one of his allies when someone goes down, or himself. Obviously we do know that is a nice self-res. Polly is the one who's going down quite hard here, getting focused, getting down by Tage, who's got the block and the stability up. Not unfortunately getting him down. It was nice res there. Someone's raging off on the top there. I think it's Can Scout, my apologies, just coming out of the point there as well. Polyphy pretty much going down now. Red need to they've got the midpoint at the moment, need to get some boss kills and need to get some decaps off. They are trying to get back into this match, but the point gain has been so slow, but Blue just edging further and further away now. But Polly going down off point now, using that number 3 ability on the down. He's just going to bleed out. Ningyu, nice little one-on-one off point there. Misha going down over at mine. It does look like they've contested. Ooh! Blue going for mid though, taking advantage of the fact that no one is actually in the midpoint. So Blue, 5 points away, is inevitable. They will be picking up this game. A very solid performance from 55 HP Monks there. Nice match. You're going to be moving into Foefire very, very shortly. That was a good game. I got very excited there. The score difference is a lot more than I actually thought it was going to be. I thought it would be a lot closer than that, but Vengeance of the Fallen, I think their lineup is changing all the time. So it is good to see 55 HP Monks there doing so good, just getting more solid by the week. Each week that we see those guys play, I mean, the damage and the focus is really, really coming out now, and it is really good to see how much they've improved recently. It's a shame we've not seen Cheese Mode this week to see if they could bring us another final together, but we'll see. Maybe next time. Just going to ask these guys when they're going to ready up. We do see there's 6 teams, only 6 teams this week. It's quite close to the holiday. Well, it is the holidays pretty much now. Quite close to Christmas, so still got quite a lot of viewers for this time of the year. We're doing pretty damn well, actually. So yeah, just pushing over 250 now. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to do a giveaway, 800 gem code giveaway after this match. So when this match is finished, it could be over this game, it could be the game after, but you need to be following this channel to be in with a chance of getting some gems, which will be sent to you by Blue himself, who will be providing them to you this week. Hopefully, just doing a little shout out to Syraf, who's unfortunately gone to hospital, I believe. He's very, very ill, because it was meant to be myself and him this week, so I hope he's okay. Also, Blue's moving around as well a bit today, so I hope he's moved okay, and everyone's all good and happy. So, in the chat, guys, I don't know, do you want to let us know who you think's going to win this game potentially, or win the entire match. Not sure who you think's going to win, but give me a shout and let us know. Also, you can see that the ESL admins are doing a bit of a giveaway in the channel as well at the moment. So, yeah, just give them a little bit of... you can win 800 gems, basically, if you're not doing much. Right, I'm just going to go through 55 HP mump specs. So I think people are asking for a bit of a rundown of those specs. As you can see, Shad is running his thief. Normally, he goes between a thief and a ranger. He seems very, very confident on his thief. He's doing a very good job. Running the runes of the scholar, so he's very much a crit damage based spec. It's running 10, 30, 0, 0, 30, which is very, very nice. I mean, blimey, okay. He's really, really good. He's patient as well. This is why I like Shad as a thief over the ranger, because I think he's a very, very skillful player, and it sometimes feels like that skill was wasted on the ranger, because even though you do need skill to be a good ranger, it's his skill really, really comes out on the thief, because you've got to be a really good player, I feel, to be a thief. It's not about spamming this 2 or whatever people say. It's actually rubbish. To be a good thief, you have to be patient, and Shad's got that patience, and so is Ningyu as well, showing that over on Hedge. Even though he did keep going back there, he did eventually work out how Polly was playing. He did get him down quite a few down low to low HP quite a few times, but did kill him once. But Polly did extremely well against the thief, as we can see here. Oh, look at Polly. Polly is running very much a condition spec, I could tell that. With the extra runes from Lissa. Yeah, there you go. 2 runes of Lissa as well. Not going for the 6-piece, with a 5% of chance of causing fear for 1 second with a cooldown of 90 seconds. Isn't very useful. So he's running a 30, 10, 0, 20, 10 spec, going for those speeder kits and the invigorating speed protection injection, which is very, very useful. We're going to see these splits right now. I'm just going to quickly go over Mr. Melos, who's probably running it very much a shout orientated spec. So runes as the soldier, 0, 5, 10, 10, 5. Actually pretty much almost the same spec as Tage. So I'm just going to go to the splits now. We'll go through the rest of the team when we do indeed get the chance to do that. So as you can see, the blue team very much going around the mid, not really going for the close point of red at the moment. So we do see Aldis pretty much safe over there. Just going to drop into the mid fight as we do see red coming up now from the side. The focus on Tage from Melo as we see Shad and Misha. They're just watching to make sure, because these guys do like their stealth plays. Both teams like their stealth plays. So I think they're unsure whether or not to move into the mid. Aldis actually moved away from the close point, as well as the can scout on the side of red. So we do see this is going to be a 5-on-5 team fight going down here. No one using the initiative and trying to go around maybe to try and get that decap. So do see Polyphy is looking over the other side just to see if anyone is getting that decap over there. Very much so. This is this golem over here is a good use for the teleport back up in case he does need to get back up there ASAP. He's getting focused down, as you can see over in the background. Misha has gone for the decap on the point. Posey is working his way back to Quarry as he pops into Spectral Walk there. He's keeping alive very, very well. Super now coming up onto Posey to give him a bit of support with Ningyu as well. They're doing a really good job at actually coming together when they need to, trying to make sure that their boons and all their healing and whatnot is actually benefiting each other. So red keeping the cap over on the Quarry at the moment. Misha getting it away, getting back to mid to support, popping that heal. Still got the portal up, so I think he's probably put that portal over at Quarry, just waiting for Can Scout to move, but he hasn't got any vision. He might pop that down just when he's about to die. Can Scout is stuck there until... oh my good Lord in heaven. I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, I've been a complete noob for the last 10 minutes. I apologise so much for that, guys. I'm so sorry. It actually changed on my OBS, but for some reason it wasn't changing on my actual screen. I'm so sorry about that. I'm very red-faced at the moment. But that's how excited I am. And this game is so good that even I couldn't do that for you guys. I'm so sorry about that, guys. We are back now with the fight, as you see over in Quarry. You haven't missed a massive amount at the moment. As we have gone back over to Quarry on the red team, we didn't really miss much. I'm going to get so much crap for this. Anyway, we're going to go back to it. We're going back to Can Scout, who is indeed over on Quarry. He's holding that point very well. Trust me, we didn't actually miss too much in the game. They're very much keeping the side points. Blue are trying to hit Quarry as many times as they can. Misha running in over so often. You haven't missed too much, so just calm yourselves down over there. You'll get your gems, don't worry. As we do see Shad getting a little bit of focus damage on there, so he's gone back into stealth to try and avoid that damage if he possibly can. You did get to see my game face there, which is very embarrassing, and how how sweaty I am at the moment from that. Tage just going for the down there on Misha, but Misha is very much still alive, going for the cleave damage rather than going for the down. Tage is going to go for the down on Misha, getting that down there. No res from Blue coming in there as Mr. Melo is on about 50% HP. He's got 2 shouts remaining there. He's getting a lot of focus down, and whoa, that focus down damage from 3 of the guys on Fallen there. And they're trying to get that stealth on him, but it didn't get it off, unfortunately. Oh, Mr. Melee on about 50% HP. Polly, unfortunately, not being able to go for that res, getting a lot of focus damage as he is getting focused down now. On about 50% HP as he goes down. Oh, right on the middle of the point. That was very, very unfortunate for the team of Blue there. They do only 15 points behind at the moment, and thank you. Basically, okay, right, so mid-fight is unfortunately not going too well for Blue. They have still got it contested, but Waterfall is very much being decapped at the moment from Ning Yu. As Mr. Melo comes over to the Waterfall right this moment. Posey now on the midpoint has gone down to about 50% HP. Is now Red are free capping potentially the guys of 55 HP Monks. Only got the Quarry, still waiting for that cap over at Waterfall. Polly is coming over to actually cap that. So Red retreating, trying to go for the red, for the keep at the moment, defending rather than actually keeping the Waterfall point going. So it's nice to just get that decap. So Blue had to move there to regroup and actually recap that point. So Ningyu and Tage just standing at the top there. The Tage doing a really, really good job in this map of roaming potentially to support his team, sitting in the marks there. So if anyone does try to jump on him, they're going to be affected by that in a big way. Thank you guys. Out of anything that's happening in this match so far, everyone who sent me tells and Skype messages have said all we can see is your beautiful face. So I am very, very thankful for that compliment. At least that will do. Alright, but Super is actually getting focused quite hard in the mid. You do see his HP is getting back up to 100%. Tage doing a very good job of keeping those heals up. Of course, using that Signet as well. Well, not even using it, which is why he's getting healed. Oh, the focus is now on Super as Mr. Melo and Al trying to get some focus on him there. And Polly as well. It's very much a free versus Shad as well, trying to get in on this mid-fight, as we do see Waterfall is potentially left open at the moment, but Polly is doing a good job at just watching that point. Oh, Misha's done it! That portal, he loves doing that, putting the portal down at the far, then just putting the portal in the mid, transferring all of his team over to this point so they can burn down Kanska. I love this play. Misha does really, really well with this play, and I love seeing it. It's so good. Oh, the damage out there. Are they going to get him res? Just ported out there over to the side, getting to about 50% HP. Can they get him back up? He hasn't gone down on the point. Misha's down at 50% as well. Can he get out at this point? Oh, God. Vengeance of the Fallen just so well at just getting back to the point and realising what they did. They did know what he did indeed. When he went for that, but oh my god, that was such a nice play from those guys. 55 HP Monks doing a very, very nice job. Now Polly's going to go into the mid and he's going to try and put some damage down on Super at the moment. He's not going to get much luck, I fear, as we still see Ald and Mr. Melo over on the close point of Red at the McCann scale going for the down on Melo, and we do see that Ald is indeed going to go down pretty shortly as it is against the Spirit Ranger and the Necro in the form of Posey at the moment. We're going to jump in on Posey as he moves to the midpoint. Not got many cooldowns at the moment. Does still have his Death Shroud up. Super is on the midpoint. They've got the midpoint, so they're going to push to... He's just pushing those guys away. Oh, Shad on the back of Super as he's going to try and burst him down. He's getting a nice little bit of AoE damage, fire damage off the sigil there as well. You saw that pop off. Posey getting a bit of focus, but Shad just getting AoE down there by Posey with the conditions. Unfortunately, just getting caught there. Misha going down almost on the midpoint as well. They haven't really got a contention at the moment, so I'm not sure why they're trying to push it so hard with all their players on the point. Misha just getting cleaved down there. Same with Shad, as he doesn't need to actually be down because he's just off point, so they're bleeding him out. So at the moment, Red has just flipped it. They have indeed flipped this match, and he's got the... They've got complete control really at the moment, and it's just exactly the same as what 55 HP Monks did in the last match. Pretty much the same lead and the same control. So I'm interested to see what will happen on Battle of Kylo if we get there. This can still be flipped round. There is only 60 points remaining left in this matchup, so we will see how these guys go. Misha doing now, maybe going for that portal play again. Let's have a look. No, he's not. He's got the portal down, so we'll see. We'll see whether or not he's actually going to go for it. I don't think he is at the moment. As he runs over, oh, will he go for it? I think he's going to do it. I think maybe that could have been a bit of a ploy to maybe send him over as Posey has actually used it as an escape rather than anything else. Shad getting stunned over on the side from Can Scout just permanently doing him over here. Shad looks like he's actually DC'd more than anything. Ningyu going down on the midpoint at the moment, but they do realise, I think, that the match is indeed lost. They've got 2 cap, and we are about to hit 5,500. Wow. Just 500 points. Let's just have that. Shad this DCing at the end there, unfortunately, but it was inevitably going to be over as Vengeance of the Fallen indeed take this second game. I'm not going to go back to my camera because I don't want to risk that again. Wow, that was an awesome fights there. You didn't miss much at the beginning, so it's fine, and that's not going on my YouTube. I do apologise there, guys. For that is completely my fault. But we're going to move on, and we are going to the Battle of Kylo, which is an awesome map. We're going to be waiting for Shad, I think, who is actually DC'd, unfortunately, at the moment. So we're going to... Yeah, I'm just reading chat as well. A couple of people talking about the Mesmer player there, which is really, really good. So many. Alright, so Battle of Kylo, basically going to go through this map for a couple of guys who maybe aren't familiar with Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 2 SPVP. Battle of Kylo is very much the same Conquest style map as the other maps. We've got Windmill here, we've got Clock Tower in the middle, and we've got the home point for the blue, which is indeed the mansion. The Windmill, is the close point for red. So Clock Tower is the midpoint. We do have these trebuchets, which are used in World v World as well, which are used to do a lot of AoE damage on your foes, of course. So normally the Clock Tower is destructible from the treb, and they'll hit that probably first, or they'll hit the far, depending on whether or not they use it, of course, and whether or not people go to those positions that I just mentioned. So those trebs are very much in play. They can be destroyed, and they also have a repair kit which can be taken. So the red's repair kit spawns around here, and the blue spawns around here. So those kits, they need to get back to their treb, and vice versa for the red team. So though in team fight situations, that treb can just completely switch a situation over. But we saw in that last match some awesome portal plays, even though they 55 HP Monks lost. The teamwork is so awesome. These guys really, really solid with the portal plays there. Unfortunately, couldn't get the midpoint. They just did feed the kills quite a lot to that mid. They did try the far as well, but Kanscout is so strong on that close point. It does feel like when Kanscout goes for a bit of a wander, they will lose it because he's so strong there. Unfortunately, I know it can be a bit dull when you're when you're kind of there all the time. So I feel his pain because I do the same. But they're doing very, very well at the moment, these guys. Vengeance of the Fallen, very, very solid. Old Car Crash players and Denial esports players and various players switching in and out sometimes. But these guys have played together. I'm not sure, don't think they've played as much together as 55 HP Monks, but they're very quality players. Some of these guys winning, of course, the Guild Wars 2 Invitational Tournament, the big tourney, when they won a big cash prize, of course, as we well know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this match. Just going to ask these guys if they are ready. Right, so I'm looking forward to... People keep saying builds, but I can't keep going through the builds every single match. It's not going to happen. I love you guys. If you want to see a particular build, then I will go through it. I'll go through Misha's very quickly. I don't think we went through Misha's. Using Shoes of Alyssa? That's it. The Runes of Alyssa, which of course you get the elite skill where you lose all conditions and gain all boons for 5 seconds, which is really, really good, especially if you're getting trained down, which is a big reason for using mass invisibility as well, the cooldown being the shortest, and also for the downing and rezzing abilities, and also for just basically trying to stealth your team around the map as well with Shad stealth. It's quite a nice combo. So we're seeing the 20-20-0-0-30 there, which is really a nice solid spec from Mesmer, which I think he's been playing for a while now. But yeah, I mean, he's very much Shatter spec. I mean, nobody's started to really use that heal as much as I'd like to see yet. The new heal signet for the Mesmer, but Misha's been running this same spec. He's pretty confident in it as well, so I don't think he's going to be changing it too much. Ald is probably playing the... Oh no, he's going for a hammer longbow, going for the Doliac signet, trying to get as much stability as he can. Yeah, he's gone for a bit more toughness rather than the bit more damage in arms. Immobilizing. Okay, yeah, that's nice. That's good. So a lot of getting as much damage as he can with the hammer. From him. So we're going to look at these splits, which we obviously know a lot of the guys have moved into mid. No one using those trebuchets at the moment. It seems like they want to have a bit of a mid fight. Mr. Mado getting a little bit of focus on him, but just running into the point really with Tage as they have that staff battle. We do see the Thief has indeed jumped onto the Treb to try and destroy it as Misha tries to use that Treb at the moment. Oh, nice Ningyu. Pardon me. Just porting back up there as Misha tries to focus a bit on... Oh, he's just doing quite well to just try and get back in on that trip. He's got it down to about 50% now. Misha needs to decide whether or not it's actually worth trying to save the trip, because I think Ningyu is really keeping him out of the fight and trying to get the trip down, doing two things well at the same time. So doing well there. Misha making a good choice to actually move out. Posey getting trained down a little bit now on the mid, as we see Misha is just trying to follow him. Just see Posey actually doing really well at going up top, trying to put a little bit of pressure down on Polly, who is indeed trying to rain some pain down on the mid, just dropping in there with his bomb. So he's trying to put as much pressure as he can on the point, but I don't think he's got the regeneration from the kit swapping as he's dropping those bombs, and he's just doing well to just jump in the point, put down the bombs, and then just jump out quickly again. As we do see, Posey has gone down on the mid point, just off point at the moment. As no one's really on there, we do see Tage and Super are on there at the moment, just flipping around the point, just jumping in and out. Doing a lot of bit of acrobatic actions there from these guys. It's very nice to see. Misha just trying to focus down Posey now. Oh, that burst was so good. And Posey just jumping in on the point, putting that fear behind him so they can try and keep Misha off his back. Just popping into Death Shroud there, fearing him off the point, putting that torment down, and the focus from Super just getting him down instantly there. Awesome focus. We see Red getting the mid cap and going for the free cap of 55 HP Monks. Wow, that was an awesome match. True. Just having a look at the chat now, seems something has actually happened. Okay, since we have a little tiny bit of an issue in the match at the moment with DC, I think the admins are sorting it out right now. Someone has indeed DC'd from the match. Looks like Alda's DC'd from the match. I didn't actually notice that. The match was getting quite intense there on different points. Okay, we're just going to have a little bit of a discussion. It seems that the match is going to be continuing for the moment. Red are indeed 150 points in front with a free cap, and with 4 players on blue, it's not looking very positive for them at the moment. I'm not sure whether or not Red are going to just be letting them maybe play the rematch, or we're going to see what happens, guys. I'm just going to keep going for now. I think blue are just going to stay off the points, and they're staying in the spawn at the moment just to signify that. Right, Alda's actually back in the match now, but I think we've gone 250 points ahead. Just waiting for the admins to give us a bit of a decision. Just bear with us, guys. This doesn't happen very often. When a DC happens in a pressurised match as well, it's very much a decision of the 2 teams in the match as well as the admins who run this ESL. So I'm just waiting for a decision as well. So if you'd like to just bear with us momentarily. Yeah, so they do need to agree about the rematch happening. So hopefully we'll get Fallen to potentially get a bit of a rematch going here. I'd like to see a rematch if possible, because these two are great teams. Let's go ask now. Oh, looks like we got a rematch which is being made now. Nice. Thank you, ESL admins. Thank you, everyone. This is good. Right, okay, so we're going to be restarting this match, and I'm going to redo the score, basically. Because it's 1-1. I'm not going to risk going back to my camera. I'm confident I'll change it back, but I'm just not going to risk it. Okay. So we will be running. They're just going to do a bit of a map rotation as we go around. I'm going to just run to my camera for a minute. As you can hear, my voice is indeed running out. I hope you guys like my little center in the bottom corner. Whoop, there. He's pointing to my name. It's very nice. So you guys need to be checking out my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/UnityJebro. You also need to be checking out the ESL Facebook and Twitter pages, which have been spammed in the chat, multiple times now. It would be good to also hear your feedback, see who you think's going to win this next game and take this match and go potentially into the finals. Basically, the ESL Twitch is ESL at ESL _Guild Wars 2, and hopefully we will see you there on the Twitter. Mostly the ESL game weekly cups will be mostly played from here, from this channel, and we hope you're going to join us in 2014 for all the matches that are going to be taking place there as well. We're doing really, really well with our viewers at the moment, and the casting which is covering, unless of course people do start. That's not very nice. That's not very nice, guys. I'm gonna change it. I'm literally on the screen now. I changed it before, but my streaming software unfortunately had a bit of a fun time and wouldn't change for some reason. I did get it changed after all. Right, we're going to be there very, very soon. I assure you, you're not going to see my face for much longer. I'm very, very sorry my face is so awful that you have to see it for so long. Where's the Christmas spirit, guys? What's going on? Oh, we'll go back through 55 HP monks specs very, very soon. Don't worry, Mr. Brand. We'll do that for you. No worries. I do apologise, guys. I'm not going to keep apologising. That's it now. We're going to go into this Battle of Kylo, as it's 1-1 now. You can hear my voice is even going now. So, we're going to get another chance for the blue team now. Hopefully, I think if they get this DC this time, it will be played through potentially. So there is no room for error from the blue now, as they've had their chance with the DC. So we do appreciate Red also restarting the match as well. ESL admin's making a really, really good choice to replay this match, because I want to see it. You guys want to see it. It's only 20-9 in the UK, so I want to see it. Definitely. I'm not going to bed yet. It'd be good to see this match. I'm going to move the camera back over to the main screen. There we go. Sorted. Okay. Just asking the guys in the map to ready up. Looking forward to this. Just waiting for Super at the moment, the warrior on the team of red. So I'm not sure how blue can come back from that last match, to be honest. It was really. They did get kind of pummeled a bit, and really, I mean, but blue, same with against Vengeance of the Fallen in the first match, just losing it on the close on the far points and going for it potentially too much, not backing up. But the portal players were nice from blue, and red did so well to come back and just counter that. I think they knew from previous matches they've seen and played against them that the guys that 55 HP monks do that. So they did well on actually scouting that in the first place and realising, right, Misha's going to put a portal mid. He's already got a portal up and potentially our far or close, wherever we've only got one guy. So they're going to put people through the portal, and they're just going to burst him down, maybe even go back through and go back to the midpoint. So maybe that's something that they could do as well. I mean, it's a really nice little pair. I love seeing portal getting used like that. It's so awesome. The match starts soon. Kanska, I would disagree. I would say that he's a very good player. He plays his Spirit Ranger well. He's a good man, this guy. All of these guys in these matches are really, really good, and deserve a lot of respect, especially from the community of Guild Wars 2, in my opinion, and the way they keep coming back and supporting these tournaments. I think Vengeance of the Fallen playing in nearly every single tournament they can at the moment. 55 HP monks, exactly the same. And without teams like these guys, we wouldn't have what we have today. So I appreciate it more than anything in this game as well. So we do see a mid fight coming up now between the two teams. Mr. Melo in the mid with Tage, and we do see again Misha on that trip with Ningyu trying to do it. I think Misha's just going to run away now again, because unless he can get some damage on him, he's going to get that trip down. It's just kind of wasting his time. As we do see Posey is going down on the midpoint at the moment. Sorry, not down. He wasn't Death Shard. That's my bad there. But Shad is potentially going to actually change that background to what I said, as Aud and Shad are actually chasing him down, trying to train him down, get a bit more damage down him. He is in that plague, obviously got the stability, gaining a lot of HP there, probably about 15k, getting a bit of toughness as well, which is always good. He's going to try and get back in on that point and try and put some damage down on Polly and Mr. Melo. He's going to try and pop some blinds up. He's going to use that heal. No, that's probably quite a good thing he got interrupted, because he didn't have any conditions, so that heal wouldn't have been that useful. But he's getting he's getting damaged so much. He's got so much focus on him that's actually just running around quite a lot. Misha now going down, trying to defend that treb to the very end. Ningyu going down, getting damaged quite a lot. No, he's indeed going to take Misha down. He's going to take the treb down as well. So the treb danger that was happening from 55 HP monks is indeed being negated there. Shad just waiting for his opportunity to mid, being quite patient, but still using his short bow ability one, just to try and put a bit more damage in on the midpoint at the moment. Needs to try and maybe focus on something and try and figure out what he's actually going to do. I think he's just gone into stealth, potentially going to jump on one of his targets, as we do see midpoint is very much in contention. We do see the points are ticking away very evenly at the moment. Not really kills going on in the map. Tage is getting down quite low at the moment. Shad just did build up his trying to build up his damage there, trying to get in, and he did do quite well on the burst there. I think he got quite a lot of assistance. We do see more than himself on the point at the moment. We do see Aud running out the window there to try and chase some of the guys down. Tage and Mr. Melo just kind of bashing away each other in the mid. Nice, okay. Misha just on the close point just making sure that that's okay. Doing pretty well over there. Just on the midpoint at the moment, Mr. Melee getting a few decaps there as he just walked out the point. Of course, the point is contested at the moment, but you can see from that blue small triangle there that they had a tick. Now red have got a tick. It's all about the ticks. If you can keep knocking out, you get those ticks, and eventually you can get the points. So that's what he's trying to do there. Ningyu just moving around the map at the moment, trying to move over to Mansion, get a decap, potentially a cap, but no one's over here. Oh, Polly's just moved in. Nice sense there. I think he just saw the thief trying to go for that, but Ningyu and Polly have actually had these one-on-ones throughout. And Polly is just kind of firing to say, this is my point, you're not having it, mate. And Misha doing well on the side, just trying to get a bit of range damage in with the staff there, putting the number 5 illusionary wave, sorry, my bad, 5 on the staff down the AoE chaos storm, of course, which does put a lot of conditions on you. Oh, nice knock back there. Oh, wow. He just knocked Ningyu off the top there, and it did actually pull up really, really fast. The reactions of these players is so awesome. Posey going down just on the floor down here as Aud goes for the down. But Posey is indeed out of that fight now. I see Super and Tage back on the midpoint. We see Ningyu coming in here as well. Maybe Blue can get a bit of a decap going on. But Ken Scout is stuck on the close point because they know that Blue could potentially go for those decaps. They love going for those decaps. But Blue basically got their guy in the mid. They've got someone always roaming between mid and their close, and he's able to get some input onto these fights. But Red is still going ahead on the points at the moment, just getting the edge on some of the kills. But yeah, we're doing really, really... This mid-fight is very, very good to watch at the moment. It's very, very even, but Ningyu going down off a lot of cleave damage there as he's going to try and get res. Shad is also down quite low. Maybe needs to try and back out if he possibly can. There is... Oh, he just ports onto the point. Trying to get Ningyu up. He's starved. He is starved. So the damage. They need to just keep cleaving him down, but he is going down. Now Shad's actually got damaged as well, but he is back up as well. His flight is very, very... Oh, wow. He just ported up through the roof, which was very spectacular. Super going down in the mid now as well. Not sure Blue are aware that Ningyu is actually down up top, so he's getting his HP back quite quickly. Posey down as well, right next to the wall down here. Is not being seen by any of the guys yet. I'm not sure. Oh, Mr. Miller going for that down on top of the actual midpoint there. Kang Scout now going down. Oh, he got trapped in between mid and the close by Shad. Shad can now cap that point, which has already been done by Polly, but actually the counter is coming from Ningyu. I think Misha's very, very map aware, getting back there as soon as possible. Aud travelling through there as well. Maybe they're going to go back through the portal, Misha or Aud, just to make sure they can get back to mid as soon as possible to keep that cap. Tage going down on the mid, and now we do see a 2 cap coming out from Blue as they hit 200 points versus 170 points for Red. We see that Blue very much in control of the map at the moment as the Blue are focusing on Windmill, potentially maybe need to get out there if they can. Polly very much alone, trying to keep that decap rather than running off. But he's keeping the guys from Red out of the match at the moment. I probably would have just kept one guy there to keep that down, trying to get maybe Super or Kanscout back into the fight at the moment. Might be good to try and get Kanscout in, maybe swap him out for Super or one of the other guys. I'm trying to get support from him as we see Super just going for that repair kit there to try and get their treb up. Maybe trying to change the tactic round to flip a point back in their favour. We do not know what's going to happen with this game at the moment. It's still up for grabs. 2 points capped by Blue, 1 for Red as we see Red hit 180 points. Blue going for 250. Mr. Melo, Mr. Shad indeed. On the midpoint at the moment, Tage. Oh... Tage looked like he actually got hit there, but he didn't. Aud is just going to be on the Treb over here, trying to take it down as fast as possible. But I think Super may have done that just to try and take one person out of the fight. But you see Misha going for the Treb, who did indeed hit Tage as he just went into the point there. He was on 50% HP, so we're going to see how well he's doing. He's back at full. Posey is now in... Oh, he's about 50% HP. Not got any cooldowns, not got his heal left, or he's got Plague. He's got a bit of Death Shower coming out, so he's going to pop that up soon if he gets to any trouble. Mr. Melo now needs a bit of help as Shad going down on the point, but he did indeed get that res up. As you see, Red have indeed gone for the Mansion point. Super doing really, really well to cap that, but now he's going to potentially keep that point capped. But unfortunately for Red, Blue have moved over to the far to actually contest the windmill and to try and get that back, so they need to get Kansket off that point as soon as possible. so that they can get that point. But he's actually still on quite a lot of HP. Just going to move into Ken Scout's point of view. Do see Posey actually going down over in the midpoint at the moment. I think Misha's going to go for a bit of a portal play. He's got his portal up over there. I think he's gone back to mid to help out Mr. Malo. So I think they're trying to make sure that this point's okay. As we see Super coming in there. We do see Ningyu is actually over there as well. Polly's going to keep the mid solid as he is there. I think we got Super and we got Misha over here. Cool, okay. Super doing well to make sure that nobody from their team is actually going to get in and contest that or cap it. Ningyu backing him up there, getting a lot of burst down on Misha. Misha down to about 35% HP, but using that portal very effectively and getting that support off and getting back over to his friends over at the windmill. He's going to be moving back out onto this map now potentially, or is he going to help his mates try and get the windmill back? He's got... Oh, just using that heal is a bit stuck at the moment as Posey gets 3 stacks of torment down on him. Oh, that focus from him was really good. Pop the fear down as well. Popping that fear very quickly going over to torment is a very, very effective way for a Necro to try and get their opponent down. Very, very nice. Also the same with the Starfire Fear. Pop that down and pop Torment up. They're moving around. There's nothing much I can do with it unless they've got a stun break of some kind, of course. So Ningyu doing very well in this match at training down his opponents. Posey just getting his HP back up there. We do see that 350 now for blue and 273 for red as the there's so much fighting going down at this point. Mr. Malo moving down, getting trained down quite a lot. Out going down, unfortunately, in the middle of the point. Are blue are they focusing too hard on this point? Should they potentially be going for their close? But the thing is, Super knows indeed that he needs to try and keep their point as well. But unfortunately, there isn't anyone in the mid at the moment from blue, which is a big mistake. Misha aware that Super is moving in, but I wouldn't like to be him. He's getting that decap very fast. Oh, he's kept it. He's got one tick there, as you can see from that small triangle there on the map. And oh wow, just got back in there as well. Misha is not, he needs some help as soon as possible. I do think that we could see Aud is coming back into the point right now. Misha's down on the point. Is Aud going to be able to get that CC off? He's not going to be able to get it off, unfortunately. And he has decontested the point, and Mansion is now the only point that's been capped on this map by red. Will blue be able to get the other 2 points back as soon as possible? I do not know. We're going to have to wait for now. I think Misha's going to come out very strong and now and take that Mansion. Aud now keeping this more point. It is the battle of the Warriors. We see he has popped that Lisa rune off there, getting rid of any conditions he did have. Indeed, he's got 15 stacks and might. He did have all those boons for a short period of time, so Super is actually a little bit in trouble here. He needs to get some support from his team. He did indeed just pop his elite as well, but he's going to move from the mid, and Tage is going to be the one who's going to rotate in and tank that point, because Aud, that is a very nice rotation there from red, as we do see Windmill has actually been contested, but is actually being taken back by Ken Scout, as they did take Mr. Malo down there. Super doing a really, really good job at backing back into Mansion rather than just losing and holding mid, because that rotation from red was so good, but unfortunately just getting trained down by Shad there on the point. They're going to get this back, but they're only 26 points ahead. This match is so tight at the moment. Tage tries to get him in, but he realises that he's going to be sitting there. He's not going to be able to damage anyone. But Shad's going down on the point now against Posey. He needs to try and back out if he can. Oh, that 35 HP. Wow, Mr. Posey going down there, so he's getting the, of course, the res down, res back up on Shad. He did get some DPS though, but Shad's down on the point now. Ningyu could possibly go for a bit of a stealth down, but he did actually get down himself. It's a butt fight to get Shad up now to try and take Ningyu out. Ningyu has indeed been put out of the fight potentially for now, not down completely yet. You can just see him over here, just on the edge of the point. Will they try and go for the res and risk it? He is back up indeed. That was an awesome res as he comes into the point. Pretty sure that was Ken Scout coming in with the res there. Yes, as you can see, using that elite. Oh, that movement from Ken Scout. Whoever said he was a crap player, he's got a lot to sing for right there, because that was an epic res. He knew that was the thing to do right there. He sensed it was going to happen. All he did was run in and get the res up. that was so awesome clutch play there from Can Scout. Such focus there. Awesomeness. 30 points in it now as Blue go 425 to 394. This match is getting really tight, guys. Will we be able to get this up now? Will we be able to see Red come back as they only have 30 points behind? Will we see a decap coming on? Will we see a push towards Kanscout over at the far point? Will we see this midpoint just be contested? We've seen Misha has got a portal down. Where have they gone? I'm not sure, really. But I think Super is going for a bit of a potentially trying to get the Treb back up. Oh, if he gets that on mid, he's going to get a good few kills. There's Misha's gone down on mid. We do see that Mr. Malo and Ald are back on the mid, but there's no one on that Treb at the moment on Super, and someone needs to get over there from blue, otherwise they're going to lose this mid fight. And a couple of kills is going to do it. Mr. Malo's on 50% HP. What is going to happen here? I'm doing well to try and get the dodges off. One more hit and he's done. Oh, look at that dodge. These players are so good. It just amazes me how much skill it takes to avoid all this damage. Look at him. He's doing such a good job there. The dodging and just so much pressure. I'm so surprised it didn't go down quicker. We do see that the mid at the moment is potentially controlled by the red team. They need to get a cap off on the windmill. At the moment we are so damn close. 20 points, but they can if they get a 2 cap and with the kills get this. At the moment as they seem to be getting many kills. Ald moving into the mid. Is anyone going to go and get Super off this Treb? Because they need to do it, because if they don't, they're potentially just feeding the kills. I mean, they're getting closer and closer with only 10 points behind. Ald going down on the point, Polly down on point, Misha down on point. Ald is getting back up into Vengeance, but he's not going to be able to do anything about it, unfortunately. And they're going to cap this point. They're 6 points behind. This is potentially not good for the 55 HP monks. They get a kill and they've backed it up. They're going to be winning this match unless they can get somewhere and actually take a point out. At the moment, they should have taken that Trub out. Oh, I think Kanscout's feeling the win. He's being confident at the moment, but I think Red have got it. Such an epic end at the match. Oh, wow. Absolutely amazingly close match. Woo! I need a break just for my voice. Holy crap. Someone. Oh. That was so close. Such a good game there. Really, really pulling it out for Vengeance of the Fallen there. By going on the treble, whoever said that, made that call, just did so well at predicting that. That was... Whoever did that, you just made the call of your career, mate. That was such a good idea. But no one from 55 HP monks went to the actual Treb, and actually they could have won that match, but they didn't actually go to the Treb and take it down. And that's where they lost out on that match, unfortunately. And that was a really long semi-final. We're going to be going into the final soon. We need to check up on the status of what's going on elsewhere. So I'm just going to put you guys into an AFK screen. Thank you for joining us so far. We did see Vengeance of the Fallen doing what they do best, coming back at the right time, really. Just such a close game. That was an awesome couple of games to actually watch and to commentate for me. So thank you to them for actually taking part as well. They're both those teams doing extremely well. We're going to be bringing you the final very soon, guys, so don't go away. I'm going to give you